haters gon' hate anyway, man. This in the lab live. Used to bake pies, now I'm on YouTube on In the Lab Live. Hit the like button, yeah, go ahead subscribe. Ain't no telling what you see, it's gonna be a long ride. Better open up your eyes, cause we be in the dish till 7 in the morning. Coffee in one hand and the sweet got me zoning. Blocking all the haters, shout out my moderators. They make the show greater, main reason why we made it. So up on the top, I can't see the ground. Got these niggas mad, they love when I was down. Now nigga up, and they can't tell me shit. Shout out to Scale Gang and all my people in this bitch. I got haters, I got friends, I got product, I got ends. If I ever get a plaque, I know they gon' hate me then. Still rolling in that lag slow, hotter than Tabasco. Don't matter what you buying, I can get you what you ask for. Hottest in the streets, yeah, these niggas can't compete. We be grinding while they sleep, yeah, 7 days a week. I ain't tripping on the docks, telling niggas come box. Right, knock them out of socks, boy, you must be smoking rocks. Hey, this in the Lab Live, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Salute, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's up, y'all? Yeah, man. I know it's early, but we in here early, man. As Mimi's, protesters, and Jasmine Crockett, guys, cause outrage online. I know some of y'all might be like, man, what is you talking about? Man, let me tell y'all all about it, man. It's crazy, y'all. Hold on, let me take this down. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man, there's most definitely a lot going on out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up, y'all, man? Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. I'm talking about the Carmelo Anthony case, guys. Y'all know he just got 35 years, right? And people are outraged. You know, you got some people that are happy and some people that are upset, guys. And it's turned into a racial thing, white and black type thing, you know. And everybody's got an opinion, guys. Well, I ran across a couple of news clippings and things of that nature, man, you know, with some different perspectives, and also some things that I did not know that were going on that are actually taking place, man. And yeah, man, Jasmine Crockett most definitely caught heat behind this for her comments as well, man. You decide what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Are they trying to get her up out of there? You know, they called her a failed senator, guys. I said, wow. Whoa, I mean, they is on Jasmine Crockett, man, and they on 88 as well. Yeah, man, shout out Queen 88. They on your top too, you know. They had a lot to say about your behavior, you know, at that track meet, man. Me, I think you was just passionate, you know, and really involved in what it was you had going. But there's a lot of people that think a lot of different ways, and some of them didn't like your actions. We finna get into this, man. All right, so they say it's a troubling trend going on online with Carmelo Anthony's supporters, guys. You know, basically what is going on, they saying that Carmelo Anthony supporters, guys, have been making AI pictures depicting themselves peeing on Austin Metcalf grave, guys. Yeah, I can't make this up, man. Yeah, they saying that's what's going on, man. That is crazy. And you know, YouTube guidelines, you know, they'll be trying to get at us if I show y'all. Just know that it's out there, man. You know, and people are most definitely speaking on it, you know, and having opinions about it, right? Okay, all right. So that's one of the things that have been going on. Because not only, you know, are Carmelo's people doing things, but Austin's people as well are doing things, guys. Let's go.
About to go in. Let's see how this goes.
All right. Yeah, I'm in here now. Not gonna lie, this place is kind of crazy.
I'm gonna go check out.
Wow, guys, you know what I'm saying? He say, wow, this place is kind of crazy. AI is getting out of control, but this is supposed to be Carmelo, guys.
The food, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, yeah, everybody's looking at me. Hold on, I got something.
All right, they're all staring at me.
Wow.
Whatever, we're gonna fix the vibe. Can't just walk in here all awkward, you know? See?
And you know, YouTube don't like violence, so I'm not gonna play the rest of it. But I just wanted y'all to get that, because after this, a guy runs up and knocks his phone out his hand, and basically Carmelo is knocked to the ground, guys. It's really like both sides, you know, basically are throwing slugs at each other, guys. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. I know a bunch of y'all didn't either, you know, but we most definitely gonna keep it moving, man. So like I told y'all, Carmelo's people are making AI videos of themselves peeing on Austin's grave. Yeah, literally. And Austin's people are making memes of Carmelo being in prison, right? You know, all of it is crazy to me. All of it is wrong. It's just, man, it is crazy, y'all. And then the news spoke about, you know, the memes. But of course, like usual, they only told one side about the memes. Check this one out. Hold on, let me get to it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Once again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let's go here.
Say that it's not about race, but there was not one black person on that jury. It was automatically about
some of the protesters right there, guys. Remember, I said the protesters called Outrage as well. You know, just check it out.
That young boy, he was defending his
It is chaos out there, guys.
Been turned into a villain. Protesters aren't.
He said, how did the murder victim be turned into a villain, guys? Because a lot of people feel like Austin was the bad person who approached Carmelo in the beginning and really got this whole thing going. Maybe that's why, but let's continue.
Just defending Carmelo Anthony. They're attacking Austin Metcalf, and it's gotten worse. People are now posting fake photos of themselves urinating on Austin's grave and bragging about it online. I'd love to show you.
They doing what?
People are now posting fake photos of themselves urinating on.
It says the disturbing pictures show numerous individuals smiling as they urinate on a grave marker for Metcalf. One of the individuals posted to her Facebook, captioned her post, F. Austin Metcalf. Ooh, wow.
Austin's grave and bragging about it online. I'd love to show you an image. Most are AI generated. I can't share you by policy. Share with you images generated by AI. But the news story is that people are using AI to put themselves over the grave of.
But not only are they doing that, sir, remember, I just showed y'all a video of them basically generating AI videos showing Carmelo being assaulted in jail.
Austin Metcalf and urinating. Here's a description of one of the posts where they wrote next to this image, F. Austin Metcalf, hashtag free Carmelo Anthony.
Wow.
Several middle finger emojis. It's despicable. It's shameful. It's unbelievable.
Man, it's most definitely a divide, man. It's most definitely a divide, man. This is crazy.
And you're not just seeing it on social media. It's no longer just a few crazies. This type of mindset has made its way into academia. A professor at Howard University, Dr. Stacy Patton, wrote an article blaming Austin Metcalf.
People are most definitely feeling away, guys. You know what I'm saying? It says that a professor wrote, Dear Jeff Metcalf, your son is unalive because you failed to teach him that black boys have boundaries. Man, the people are speaking out, guys.
Family for his own death because they, quote, failed to teach him that black boys have boundaries. Here's what was written. We have to talk about Austin's choice to approach and confront, his choice to touch, his choice to believe that another person's space was his to control, his choice to ignore a warning, his choice to participate in a long cultural tradition of policing black bodies in space. And that is a professor. I've been asking this week, how far, how widespread is this mentality? Is it just a few crazies outside of a courthouse? Is it some fringe activists? Is it just
a few crazies? It was crazies on each side, guys. This is most definitely got the country divided, guys.
Anonymous commentators on social media, or is there something deeper? I asked Jeffrey Mead this exact question.
It's far more prevalent than I wish it was, and I think
this guy, we gonna get to him in a second because he most definitely had strong words on 88, guys. He most definitely had some things to say, and he took it to Stephen A. Smith. Well, Stephen A. Smith played it. You know what he had to say. He had strong words against the protesters. He most definitely not on Carmelo's side. He is most definitely Team Austin.
far more prevalent than it needs to be or what's acceptable. I mean, my guess, if I had to, I would say anywhere from 40 to 60%. Black Americans were operating on an outdated software. The majority of us, I would say. So
he said black people are operating on an outdated software. Wow.
Operating as if it's 1910 when in reality it's 2026.
40 to 60% of Black America. That's his estimate.
I don't believe his estimate, sir. I think he's way off.
And if that's accurate, that should concern every American. Meantime, the judge who handled Carmelo Anthony's case says it seemed like he was a nice young man and now has a better understanding of the consequences of committing a crime like he did.
Be sure to.
Wow, guys. Yeah, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. So you seen it there. You know what I'm saying? They are most definitely going crazy online with these AI generated pictures as well as videos, guys. Yeah, it's crazy on both ends, but we not done, because just like I told y'all, man, the protesters are most definitely catching heat, guys. They are most definitely catching heat. Let's go here. Let me start right. Let me find the one I'm looking for, you know, because they got at a couple of people, guys. They got at a couple of people. Hold on. Let me see the one that I'm looking for, because there was a guy that was confronted by some guys. Hold on, man. I hope I saved it. Hold on, y'all. All right. I found it. All right, let's get to this, man. Now, this is another one this is one of the protesters, guys, out there acting a fool. I'm talking about cutting all the way up. I mean, all the way. Check this out, man. Check this out. What is going on with people these days? When I tell you it was heated outside of that courtroom, it was, man. And the protesters are catching flack, guys. Check this out.
All right, so I've heard a lot about justice for Carmelo, right? Yeah.
Justice for Carmelo. I would have stabbed him too. Why he don't go? Hey, I would have did it to him. I promise I would have.
So this guy goes to ask this other guy some questions, you know, and they felt like he was playing with them, guys. And when I tell you the situation got volatile, it got volatile. Just check it out.
I did it to him.
But why?
I would did it to him and his brother.
Okay, but for what reason?
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Them little boys came looking for trouble.
Okay.
You come looking for trouble, you don't know what the outcome going.
Do you agree with what he's saying right now? Let me know in the chat.
You don't know what outcome. You rob a bank, you don't know if you're gonna get the money.
Wait, somebody robbed a bank?
Hold on, listen.
Oh man, you want to play dumb, man.
Listen.
No, I'm trying to. No, I want to hear.
And it was already tense here, and it gets way more tense after this, guys. When he said, "Oh, he playing with you," watch this.
I want to hear. Yeah. Let's talk about it. All right.
You can record him.
Yeah. No, I want to.
You rob a
get
bank,
insight,
right? You rob a bank, right? You might get the money. You might go to jail. You might be dead, right?
Right.
You put the wrong. It's the same way. Them boys were looking for trouble. You know what happened? He got stabbed and he died because he went looking for trouble. That's self-defense. So if you can't see that between your.
Whoa.
All right.
Do I have to tell you? I have to whisper to you?
So.
You want me to whisper to you?
No.
You want me to whisper to you?
You can talk.
You want me to whisper to you?
Well, you're yelling right now.
Play with somebody else. I'm a real gangster. Play with somebody else.
No, I'm just trying to get like some insight into the situation.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he was ready to get on his top, y'all. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Everybody out there probably was like,
No. Woo, shit. Oh, goddamn, shit. No. Sweet baby Jesus. No.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he was about to get on Buddy's top, man. When I say he about to get on his top, he about to get on his top. But it doesn't stop there, man. Everybody has their own critique. Everybody has their own feelings about the way that this situation basically went, guys, with the protesters outside. And yeah, man, 88, they was on you, old girl. They was most definitely on you. Let's go to the next one. Hold on real quick. Because yeah, man, they was most definitely on 88's top, guys. They were on, they most definitely had some things to say in regards to her actions. Check this one out.
Who took the life of Austin Metcalf at the track meet has taken some interesting turns. It turns out, according to witness testimonies, that Carmelo Anthony was asked to leave 15 times before he decided to stab Austin Metcalf. For the record, 5 times. Please leave, please leave, please leave, please leave, please leave. How have you...
Hold on. It wouldn't have mattered if he asked him 30 million times. I don't feel like it was Austin's place to basically try to make him move. But anyway, let's go.
You not left by then? And people seriously said all they had to do was ask Carmelo to move and this wouldn't have happened. Not even to mention, he was in another team's tent. Teams have tents for their own personal belongings. You don't...
Yeah, but it was raining, my guy. It was raining.
Go to another team's tent unless you're invited specifically by a player or friendly with one of them. But it still gets crazier because...
from the reports, they say he was friendly with one of them. And then they said that the boy got up on the stand and lied. But there's never here or there. I'm just showing y'all what's going on.
Given all this information, you would think some people might change their mind. Nope.
If evidence does come out that Carmelo was not...
And who do we have here? Queen 88, y'all. Most definitely makes a grand appearance. And a lot of people were upset when she said this line right here regarding whether if Carmelo was found guilty, you know, would she change her stance? You know, and basically she said, no, I would basically ride with them, right or wrong, because they ride for theirs the same way. Theirs being the other people, Caucasian people.
In fact, fighting for his life when he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf. Do you think that the Black community will accept that?
If evidence shows that he did not, no, we're gonna stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs.
So just to be...
She said we gonna stand by ours regardless, you know, because they stand basically because they're gonna stand by theirs. Now watch what this guy says.
Be clear, if the evidence proved without a shadow of a doubt that this was the intentional, malicious taking of another person's life and not self-defense, would you still support Carmelo Anthony? Yeah, we go stands with ours regardless.
We gonna stands with ours regardless. Sir, I don't think she said it like that, but yeah, he most definitely had some words when it comes to 8. Hold on, let's bring her back. Let's bring her back. She didn't sound like that.
If evidence does come out that Carmelo was not in fact fighting for his life when he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf, do you think that the Black community will accept that?
If evidence shows that he did not, no, we're gonna stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs.
So just to be clear, if the evidence proved without a shadow of a doubt that this was the intentional, malicious taking of another person's life and not self-defense, would you still support Carmelo Anthony? Yeah, we go stands with ours regardless. What? You cannot openly admit that your response is completely racial and then call other people the problem and say that you're still somehow the victim. This is just ridiculous. So the trial for Carmelo Anthony...
Whoa. So 88, you know what I'm saying? He most definitely had words for you. He most definitely had some words for 88. But hey, it don't stop there because there's also more, guys. You know, this is the gift that just keeps on giving. So yeah, we got more reactions for what basically 88 said. Now check. Let's go back over here. Now check this out. He also had words for 88, and this is coming from a black guy. You know, I'm just saying it's coming from a black guy. So let's go here. Hold on. Let me make it a little. No, I ain't gonna even mess with it. I'm gonna take that off, and we're gonna just do it like this. Let's go.
The black girl that Savannah was asking questions to. Roll the clip.
If evidence does come out that Carmelo was not in fact fighting for his life.
And we got 88 again in the same type of situation. Let's go.
When he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf, do you think that the Black community will accept that?
If evidence shows that he did not,
No, we're gonna stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs.
All right, time out.
We're gonna stand.
Maybe that's why ain't no black jurors.
And he gives his perception of how he feels about what he just heard. Hey, they own you.
Maybe that's why no black jurors are on the jury team. Maybe that's why it's done. These black folks, and me and my mama, we were all talking about this last night. And I got a meeting to go to. But black people, I can't understand. Like when I was young, I was ignorant. I was a kid. And then I grew up.
That's the thing. You were a kid. You were ignorant. You made choices that might not have been the right choices at that time because you were young. Yeah, let's not forget that we were all kids once and basically might have did things that as adults we wouldn't have did. And we may even have regretted that we had done when we were younger. I'm just saying.
Became a man and I become more wise and informed about stuff because I lived a little bit. I studied a little bit, went to university and all this stuff. I am shocked when I see black people still thinking like I was thinking when I was 5.
88, he said, you're thinking like he was thinking when he was 5. Wow.
I don't understand how an adult could get on camera and say, we're sticking with ours. It's just.
And then they said it the same way the other dude said it, and now he's finna even go even more. 88
said, if you found evidence that Carmelo was wrong, would you change your? No, we sticking with ours. That is the craziest thing that one could say.
All right, so hey, you know what I'm saying? They said what you said was one of the craziest things that one could say. I'm just saying, man, they is trying to ride on 88. You know, we ride with you regardless. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they is most definitely trying to call you out. Here go another one. Let's go here. This was actually on Stephen A's, guys. And this guy here, I guess he's a TikTok person as well. And he most definitely gave his analysis.
I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys.
So this is another situation where 88 spoke to the news, and basically he's finna critique what it is that you had to say. Let's go.
I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more. You can't walk away no more.
Well, for starters, it's very simple. Don't bring a knife to a track meet. It's crazy.
And like I said earlier, you know, it's obvious whose side he on. But let's let him continue.
Because she's out here acting like her boys are in danger because a black man,
88, he's speaking directly to you,
or child, whatever, about to be 18, was found guilty for stabbing a white kid through the heart and killing him. So he was found guilty on murder for stabbing Austin Metcalf through the heart and killing him at a track meet with a knife he was not supposed to have at that track meet. He's acting like, what is she supposed to do about her boys? Ma'am, the biggest—
He's critiquing you, 88. He said, ma'am.
biggest threat to your boys is not white people. It's other black boys, other black men. Around 9 out of—
Oh, wow. Wow. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I be saying that too. Sometimes we be our own biggest threats. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. But yeah, he most definitely talking to 88. But I must agree with that point that he makes. You know, sometimes your own people do you worse than other people. I'm gonna just put it like that.
10 times a black man is murdered, he's murdered at the hands of another black person. Our criminal justice system is not out here targeting black people. She's overreacting to a situation that she does not need to be reacting to in this way.
88, you're overreacting to a situation you don't need to be acting. But that's what he said. You overreacting, 88.
It makes her look goofy, uneducated, ignorant.
Makes you look goofy, uneducated, ignorant.
Stupid. I guess.
Stupid. Wow.
Black parents need to teach their children about things like this, because yeah, you bring a knife to defend yourself, and now you're possibly going to jail for the rest of your life. He was not about to be beaten to death at that track meet, and there's no need for him to have a knife. But rather—
he said he was not about to be beaten to unalive at that track meet. Now, man, you don't know what was gonna happen, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't know what was gonna happen. Anything could have happened. hit him too hard and he had a seizure, because what I've been hearing is he had epilepsy. So, you know, he's prone to seizures. So they could have hit him the wrong way and basically messed him up. You know, come on, man. Let's be for real here. Let's be for real.
Rather than acknowledging the uncomfortable truths and realities of the situation, we just want to claim and play victim. And what am I going to tell my boys now?
Said we want to play victim, and says, what am I tell my boys now? 88, he back on you.
Tell your boys to not.
He's still on you. But listen what he tells you to tell your boys.
Bring knives to track meets. Tell your boys to hang around with good people, make good decisions. Don't sell drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't hang out with gangbangers. Tell them to go become a productive member of society who consistently brings value. There are a lot of things that she could be telling her boys.
That was directly to you, 88. It's a lot of things that you could have been telling your boys, according to him. Now, I know, you know what I'm saying, you most definitely be vocal and you're going to have a lot to say regarding this situation. But yeah, man, they most definitely had things to say and critiques about how you acted out there. All right, but moving right along, because I'm not going to keep you out here all day. All right, so like I said, man, you know, not only are the memes under fire and the protesters being talked about, but Jasmine Crockett most definitely has been vocal about this situation, and she has most definitely as well caught backlash, this time in mainstream media. I think I got it twice, you know what I'm saying? Mainstream media basically talking about Carmelo, guys, and they don't like what it is that she had to say, and they most definitely is trying to ride on Jasmine Crockett, guys. Yeah, check this one out. Hold on, man. Why I keep on doing this? Yeah, all right, check this one out. This is them speaking on, this is the news speaking on Jasmine Crockett and what she had to say about the Carmelo Anthony situation.
Jasmine Crockett is at it again. You may have seen initial comments she made about the verdict of murder in the Carmelo Anthony case, but yesterday she outdid herself, telling TMZ she thought the outcome was unjust and mitigating the responsibility of Carmelo Anthony, who stabbed Austin Metcalf to death. These comments are
basically saying she downplayed Carmelo's involvement in this situation. Let's go.
Truly outrageous. Listen to this.
And what we saw with that verdict.
So here you have Jasmine Crockett, guys, and she's basically gonna say, you know, how she feels about the Carmelo Anthony situation. But this ain't the only time. I got another one coming up after this, but let's hear her out.
Is the evidence of a broken system. Now listen, from everything that I understand, which I wasn't at the trial because obviously I got a day job, but it's my understanding that Carmelo ended up stabbing, puncturing, I don't know what this tool was that they talk about, knife, or some refer to it as a tool.
It was a knife. Let's just pause there. The tool in question was in fact a knife.
He says that it was a knife, guys. You know, we heard a cleat tool. I actually showed a picture the other day of what they are saying that he used. And I'm not going to lie, it most definitely looked like a knife to me. And it most definitely had a light on it. And it may have been like a Boy Scout knife, but a new style knife. But I don't think when y'all think about it, it's a new, man, it's a new age weapon, you know, basically with a sharp blade. I don't think it's a cleat tool. I think that it was like a Boy Scout pocket knife, but not the kind that y'all think. We think of the red one with the little red sides and all the different blades and scissors and all of that. I don't know if that actually had it on there. I know it had a flashlight on it, but I'm not too sure about it having the other things. I forget what you call it. I forget what you call those kind of knives, but it was a knife nonetheless.
It was a knife that Carmelo Anthony, a black teenager, used to stab Austin Metcalf, a white teenager, at a track meet in Frisco, Texas. The races of the murderer and the victim are not at all relevant, and I would not bring them up even, except that it's relevant.
He said it's not relevant, but we know it's most definitely relevant right now in Texas because it most definitely got a lot of people feeling a lot of different ways of a lot of different colors.
What Crockett is claiming here, she continued.
He ended up hitting Austin one time, and it was about where he hit him. One time, 2 inches This wasn't someone who said, hey, let me stab you 5, 6, 7 times. And so when you're looking at the punishment range, there's a reason in Texas that it goes from 5.
Now listen to what she had to say. And I also want to tell y'all that to my knowledge, from what I covered in the beginning, that Carmelo was never facing a life sentence, or the unalive penalty. And I think that was part of the 35 or whatever, because they said that they took the life sentence off the table. So he wasn't going to have to stay in there forever. And we all know 99 and 55 and all of them type of numbers right there would have kept him in there potentially forever. But since he wasn't facing a life sentence, they didn't do it.
And so when you're looking at the punishment range, there's a reason in Texas that it goes from 5 to 99 or life, because you are looking at how intentional, like how bad was this? 35 years?
Yeah,
the question
I ain't gonna lie, buddy. Let me stop you right there. 35 years seems a lot extreme. I've said this before, and I still feel that way. It feels extreme. 35 years, that's a long time to be sitting in jail for a situation that basically could have been prevented. But let's not forget, he was being surrounded by a group of guys, and basically he did get attacked from what I hear. So therefore, I feel like, hey, I'm a Texan. We all have the right to defend ourselves. And with time like that, I would feel like he did it on purpose, but I don't feel like he did it on purpose. That's why I don't feel like he deserved 35 years. And when I say on purpose, I mean took the life of Austin. I don't think he did it on purpose. I was thinking he would get found guilty or something, maybe manslaughter or something like that, to where he could have been serving like from 2 to 10. But basically they took that off the table, and it was 5 to 99. But with us knowing now that he wasn't facing a life sentence, but still, I thought they was gonna give him maybe 5 years, incarceration and the rest on probation, or 2 years in prison and the rest of the time on probation. But it didn't work like that, man. And I was shocked. I most definitely didn't expect 35.
How bad was this is answered not by counting the quantity or duration of the stabbing or even the intent, but the effect of the stabbing. And the effect was that Anthony killed Metcalf. It was murder. That's why a jury has sentenced him to 35 years in prison.
A lot of people don't know what it is to live as a black person in this country, but just like you can give the benefit of the doubt to so many police officers when they go out and they shoot some black unarmed person.
Let's go, Jasmine. I agree there. They don't know what it's like to live as a black person in America, man. It's a whole different ball game than a lot of people think, but let's let her continue.
Even though they are trained, the fact that there was little to no mercy seen or humanity seen when this black boy said that I was scared, or the fact that honestly anybody else who did something with such a small object, all I know is that it wasn't considered unlawful carrying of a weapon because the blade was not long enough.
And this is from a senator, but let's let the news tell it. When I told y'all they was on the top, they is on her top.
A weapon because the blade was not long enough.
Jasmine, it is not about his state of mind or the length of the blade or anything like that. It's about the outcome. He killed an unarmed teenager for no reason. And Crockett has the audacity to say that the killer is not being shown any humanity? What about showing humanity for the victim? Why doesn't she manifest any concern for his life? She says she's heartbroken.
And by what he's saying, guys, this is how a lot of people on the other side of the fence are feeling. He's just saying what they want to say. I'm just saying.
Carmelo Anthony is going to prison for 35 years. Well, is she heartbroken that the Metcalf family will never see their son again? The reason for that is the decision that...
True, and that's why I say it's sad on both sides.
Carmelo Anthony made to withdraw a knife from his backpack and then stab another human being, Austin Metcalf. To be clear, no one made him do this. His life was not threatened. He had no reasonable expectation he was in danger. He had every option to exit.
He did have reasonable. They most definitely said they pulled him by his hoodie. You know what I'm saying? They surrounded him. He took off running. Somebody gave chase. So, buddy, we can't just say He didn't feel like his life was in danger. I mean, if 4 or 5 people come approaching you, I'm pretty sure you'll feel threatened.
Situation he was in, said he chose to attack and kill the teenager who had asked him to leave the tent. Now, Crockett's comments went on for another minute and a half. I won't bother with the rest of it, but I think you do get the gist by now. And look, no way to excuse this. These are grossly offensive remarks. They make me very relieved that soon Crockett will no longer be a member of Congress.
Wow. Yeah, he's calling for her job.
Let's be clear about what she is doing. She's engaged in crude, race-based sectarianism. She feels more for Carmelo Anthony, the killer, because he's black like her.
Do y'all feel like he feels, or do y'all feel like she was speaking truth and it's just that he don't like it?
Than she does for Austin Metcalf, the victim, because he's white. That's what she's doing here. She is bringing up wholly irrelevant points, like the supposed racism of police departments or people of certain races not feeling safe, in order to justify her own sectarian.
No. She was bringing up, the situation with the police, speaking on the treatment that black people get. We're going to get you right up out of here, buddy. We're going to go ahead and get you gone. But yeah, she was just trying to, relate to you, buddy, the type of things that black people go through in day-to-day life. Something that you may not never know nothing about. But anyway, it just got worse from then. You know what I'm saying? We see the guy, the Caucasian guy basically get on Jasmine's top. And then, I found on another channel where she most definitely, I'm guessing she went to her own podcast and basically spoke on this situation. And for the things that she said within her podcast regarding this situation, oh yeah, they went to the news strikes again, and yeah, they most definitely drug her for filth. And then, to make it even more crazy, it was a black lady on the news, you know what I'm saying, that basically was going right along with everything that they were saying when it came to the way that Jasmine spoke on this situation. You can't make this up. And they gave her a full out drag on the news. Check this out.
Case which was taking place last week was regarding that track meet, that infamous track meet that took place last year where Austin Metcalf lost his life. Meanwhile, failed Texas Senate candidate Jasmine Crockett.
Ooh, man. Did y'all hear what they just called her failed? I told y'all, called her a failed Texas representative. Let's go.
Was regarding that track meet, that infamous track meet that took place last year where Austin Metcalf lost his life. Meanwhile, failed Texas Senate candidate Jasmine Crockett is defending.
Failed. They just take me out every time. Failed. No, she's very successful. What are we doing? But I told y'all, they dragged her. Let's let them go.
Anthony with this heinous rant about the murder weapon.
Was it a switch? I don't know what he had. It was like a.
So she said she don't know what he had. Basically they start dragging on a lack of knowledge of the case. But this is basically from her own podcast. They took it from there and basically stuck it on the news and used it as a thing to drag her with. Let's go.
Well, it seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with like with the little scissors and everything and whatever. So it was small.
It was small, but I don't think I don't think it's what y'all thinking. When you think about the pocket knife or whatever, the tool, the survival tool or whatever. I don't think we're all on the same page when it comes to that.
Well, I would argue the size of it alone, you wouldn't even think it's a deadly weapon. If a 300-pound man is beating me.
Okay, so then she puts it into a perspective of, and I heard somebody else bring this up the other day, where you have maybe like a man and a woman getting into it, and people say men are naturally stronger than women, and they get into an altercation, and when it comes to equal force, so is she in her right to basically do what she has to do to defend herself. You know, if she's being attacked by a man or whatever, you know, that's stronger than her, do she have the right to protect herself, or can somebody tell her how to protect herself because she feels threatened because she has this man jumping on her? She basically putting it like, all right, you got these two big boys that are way bigger than Carmelo, two of them, not just one, you know, and from some reports they say four. I don't know, it's all in what you believe, but you know, you're being jumped by a group of people, you know, you should have a right to defend yourself, basically, is what she's saying.
On top of me and beating me down, I'm not limited to fist.
Here is a fact check for the failed Texas Senate candidate.
A fact check for the failed Texas Senate candidate. Wow. Man, every time she say that, that take me out. Now let's have a look at all the people here, you know, and then you got the black lady. You would think that maybe she's gonna take up for her. Watch this.
A weapon, even if it is small, if it kills someone, it is in fact a deadly weapon. That is the definition of deadly weapon. Harris, Austin Metcalf, his body was on the ground. It was described as blue and purple. His last words were, "I have been stabbed." He had a gaping hole in his chest. That was a deadly weapon that murdered.
But why you didn't say that, you know, because I'm a person that goes on both sides. Can we agree that it was wrong for Austin and Hunter to approach Carmelo in the first place, telling him to get up under a tent when it's raining? Can we say that they were wrong when they pushed him? Can we say that they were wrong, you know, after he warned them, warned Austin, hey man, don't put your hands on me. Put your hands on me, see what happened. You know, can we say that Austin was wrong for putting his hands on him and finding out what went on afterwards? When a person tells you something like that, that's like a warning. Man, just leave me, you know, hey, you put your hands on me, it's going to be consequences. But they didn't choose to speak on that part on here. But let's let them continue.
A soul, a great young man by all accounts, and robbed him from his family.
Yeah, all accounts of the end of life for Austin Metcalf were hell. He was bleeding out very quickly. And so...
Sad, guys, sad. Let's see what she has to say. Is she going to defend Jasmine?
I mean, to look at him, he literally was losing all of his blood. You can't even imagine. We can't. But what was she talking about with the 300-pound man that she would fight? Who's 300 pounds in this scenario? What?
Listen to her. Oh, it's clear where she stands at. Who's 300 pounds in this? She was given like a scenario. Come on, man. Oh, man. Sometimes be your own people.
Are we talking about a track athlete? Look at him. Like, and is she saying that she would have done what Carmelo Anthony did? Is she suggesting that she would have taken that same knife?
Are we watching this in real time? Is y'all hearing this? Man, you got to hit the like button for this. This is crazy.
You know, I'm glad in this instance for Jasmine Crockett, especially since she's a sitting member of Congress and has the responsibility to her voters and, you know, all the rest. I'm glad that it's unclear exactly what she meant, because otherwise it sounds like she would have killed somebody that you know, would end up like Austin Metcalf. And 300 pounds, like, I don't know, is she making up boogeymen in her head?
Wow, guys.
But we often feel that way about her. She is not needed in this conversation.
Yeah, and Josh,
sometimes it be your own people. She said that Jasmine is not needed within this conversation. Wow. Telling you, man, this got people divided, guys. It most definitely got people divided, but let's let them continue.
I just want to note that for the people trying to make this about race, there was an important point in our research.
It's most definitely about race. It may not supposed to be about race, but from everything that I've already showed y'all already see what it is.
Research that at least 5 of the student witnesses who testified were black teammates of Austin Metcalf, who testified Anthony was the aggressor.
And a lot of people said that those ones that got up there and testified were lying. Their stories changed. I ain't hear it. I'm gonna say allegedly. That's what they've been saying.
Yeah, this had nothing to do with race.
Yes, it did.
Nowhere did race become an issue in that.
Yes, it did. Did you not see outside? Did you not hear Lane basically say he was gonna unalive Carmelo, and he was saying white lives matter? Come on, man. It was most definitely racially charged and very tense.
Conflict that they initially had before the stabbing. None of the eyewitnesses mentioned race becoming an issue. And
it wasn't a racial thing when it happened with the 2 boys at that time, but it has turned into one. Let's be real.
You're right. Several of the witnesses that testified for the prosecution were black, talked about Austin Metcalf lovingly. He was a teammate of theirs. Race had nothing to do with this until after the charges and after these.
Race had nothing to do with it, all right. Yeah, it most definitely did. To you, sir, I have to give you
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
race has everything to do with this situation now. It may didn't start out that way when Austin and Carmelo got into it, and what happened, but you know, due to the things that are going on now and have been going on since this all started, is most definitely racially charged right now.
Action groups got involved and started to polarize people based around this case, but the case had nothing to do with race. And going back to Crockett's comments, how
now he want to drag
cavalier when you're talking about a dead 17-year-old, and to be so ill-informed and talk about something that you don't even realize what kind of a weapon was used. You don't even realize the size of the people involved, and to talk about this as if it was something anybody would do.
So basically he's dragging her on, not researching the case, just like I told y'all.
Somebody lost their life and it was entirely unnecessary, and I think the jury got it absolutely right. There was a lot of question about, was this manslaughter?
You think the jury got it right? What?
Doing all this, talking all this, man, on Pyro, we don't know none of y'all niggas. All y'all niggas, bap. All y'all do is come on this app and bap. Man, what we doing?
And what is we doing? What is he doing? Lord have mercy.
Murder, and it was worth the time that he was sentenced.
And Carmelo Anthony's lawyers filed papers saying that there is destitution. And I would just note he raised $634,000. That's a lot of money.
Which his family has apparently been spending on living expenses, and they've reportedly moved.
Well, you saying reportedly, but you know, that money was for them to do whatever they needed to do, as well as cover their lawyer fees, guys. You can't tell nobody what to do with their money. And from what I hear, they hired at least one of the best attorneys in Dallas, Texas, Toby Shook. So I'm just saying, whether you feel like he did his job or not, they most definitely did what they were supposed to do in order to try to free their son. Let's not act like they just went and blew the money and didn't put none towards the case, man. What are we doing, man? What are you guys doing? Let's go.
Indiana. Look, maybe the family of Austin Metcalf could use $634,000. By the way, Carmelo Anthony's family originally his mother wanted $1.2 billion.
That was just her saying, just not putting a number on it. Donate as much as you can. Oh man, people take stuff so literally. And from my understanding, the Metcalf family got money as well. So we may not know exactly how much they got, but my reports say they got money as well.
Or 1.2 million, excuse me, 1.2 million. But at the same time, those protesters that you mentioned from out of state, well, the reports are many of them were from out of state because they've since just kind of disappeared into the ether. Who is paying for that? I just want to know where the money came from.
I don't think, see, they don't know these people like we know. See, these people aren't from everybody's not from out of state. Some people are from right there in Frisco and in Dallas, you know, so everybody wasn't paid. But when it comes to people like Mr. Lang and some of those other protesters out there that were really causing trouble, they might have been the one paid. But a lot of the black protesters were out there, you know, basically for Carmelo with no money asked for. I'm just saying.
For those groups that were there. But honestly, I'm tired of talking about Carmelo Anthony. Let's talk about Austin Metcalf. Yeah. 17 years old.
She's tired of talking about Carmelo Anthony. She want to talk about Metcalf. I bet you do.
And it's heartbreaking. And I hope that the community, and I know that they have been, are really supporting that family right now.
A child when he died, he was a minor.
Yeah.
And some more comments from Jasmine Crockett, because I find them utterly
they want to drag Jasmine some more. Here we go.
Shocking. She also said he simply didn't want to be put out in the rain by some random kid, speaking about Carmelo Anthony. And then she said 1 time 2 inches. He didn't stab him 5, 6, 7 times. What is the argument?
She was saying that he didn't mean to unalive him, lady. That's what the argument is. She was just basically saying he poked the boy one time, you know, basically to get him off of him or get him away from him, and that he didn't continue to do it like he was doing it on purpose. You know, 4, 5, 2, you know, punctures after the first one kind of means that you were trying to unalive this person. So she just said he poked him one time, meaning just enough for him to get off of him. She doesn't believe he was trying to unalive Austin, and I don't either.
Here is the argument that we all get one free stabbing or one free murder. I don't think so, because I think that if the roles were reversed in this situation, we all know which side of this Jasmine Crockett would have come out on. And by the way, if it makes you guys feel any better, she's a licensed.
No, if the roles were reversed, see, that's where it's at. We got to come to some form of compromise in this country and stop acting like we don't see stuff that we see. She tried to just play us and say, well, if the roles were reversed, we know whose side she be on. Well, man, listen, if the roles were reversed, we know what side you would be on. Same thing. Let's go.
It's criminal defense attorney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you're 300 pounds and you go near Jasmine Crockett, I guess she could kill you.
Yeah.
That's what we learned from her.
No, if you try to assault her and you're 300 pounds bigger, you know, more than her, then she might do that. Because see, and it be your own people, because she was the one that said it. Lord have mercy.
Be sure to like.
Man, these people crazy, man. I'm just saying, man. I can't get jiggy with everything. I'm just saying, man. Some of these people act like they ain't got all of their brain cells as well, and they supposed to be the educated ones. But hey, man, who am I to judge? I can't tell them what to do. But hey, man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. You know, most definitely leave me a comment, hype the video. You know what I'm saying? And hit that like button. 88. You know what I'm saying? What you think about what these people had to say about you and your actions while you were out there protesting, man. You know, we most definitely covered that. We covered Jasmine Crockett basically being drugged online by the media, you know, about her opinion on this situation and the things she had to say, and how the memes, you know, basically are going back and forth online when it comes to Carmelo and Austin. You know, both of them are receiving AI videos and pictures. You know, when it comes to Carmelo, you know, his supporters are basically making AI videos of themselves, relieving themselves on a grave that says Metcalf, you know, and there are other people generating AI videos of Carmelo being in jail, man. I'm just saying, man, this whole situation is crazy, man. We most definitely gonna wish prayers for both sides, because it's sad either way you look at it. You know, it seems like nobody won in this, and both parents are both sets of parents are both most definitely suffering right now with the loss of their children. One is unalive and the other one is in jail for 35 years, unless his appeal, you know, makes it through, man. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for y'all time, you know, and like always, y'all stay safe. And if anything else pops up, I'll let y'all know. Sidewalk Gang, checking out. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good. I'm gone.